Good afternoon, people. I've got to just check you're in it. You're well in it. It's all right.
It just looks different from this side, doesn't
What
it?
we see and what you see is something totally different. That's why I'm always leaning like a... But you're well in it. You can actually got the door in this side,
right.
and you can see Le Chafu over there. Anyway, done the fun now. Maybe a bit of a surprise somewhat to some people. But it's a real good time to do this because it's now Friday. At the point of making this beer, a point of doing this review. Been really busy this week, as a lot of you know from our social media and from YouTube, which is obviously where this is going. And I had to pick this up because I saw a couple of mixed reviews on it. It's been a long time. This is brewed in Germany, and so many people say that everything the Germans do, they do it right.
The last time I had that was on draft in Cyprus.
It's bloody horrible there, wasn't it?
It wasn't great.
You know, was it 5.3% ABV? Yep. And it's got everything going for it. It's Wes beer, it's German, you know.
500ml can.
500ml can, home bargains by the way, for a mere snip of £1.89. But really that's not a snip because I've had some bad times with this beer over the years. I've been told I haven't got a clue when I said it's absolute rubbish and I've just got something against it. I haven't got anything against it. I want to love every German beer, don't get me wrong. But that...
Especially ones that are readily available.
Yeah, especially ones you can pick up.
Yeah.
500ml, £1.89 in your supermarket. Remember you can get this Tesco's as well in the bottle. I think Morrison's or somewhere as well. It's one of the biggest beers in Germany, believe it or not.
You do find that all over the place, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you know what it is. They don't want it anywhere else. They chuck all the crap over to us English. But we're bringing the Fizzics into it. It's mind over matter. Can the Fizzics save it? We have a guest.
We're bringing the pug into
I know
it
he's
as well.
very popular on the review, so there you go. Oh, well, yeah.
Knocking the glass over.
You're not a drinker.
There's nothing in it.
You're not a drinker in a way. But yeah, as I say, £1.89. Actually, if it... Right, you make yourself comfy. There you go. He's all comfy in there. I'll just get out of the way, shall I? You can take the centre stage. Okay. Right. Anyway, let's get in the Fizzics and let's see if, for once, it can deliver. I don't hold out much hope, but I'm not going to be negative because people have criticised me before for saying you were very negative and you just didn't want it to work anyway. I want to like every beer, trust me. I hate paying for a beer and not liking it, don't I?
Yeah.
Especially if she's not that keen, then I'm really hate it because if I can't palm it off on her, I end up drinking it myself, don't I?
That's it.
That is
Can't
me.
waste beer.
No, it's gospel, isn't it? It's Bible, you know, you don't. Right, anyway, let's get her poured. I'm not going to explain how to use the Fizzics. If you don't know, then it's really easy.
It's quite self-explanatory.
You go down, you go up at the end. Pour that big head. This is odd, this one. And that is already giving us a German style head without a back pour here.
Yeah.
God blimey, do I really want to do a
Yeah, I was wondering, do you actually want to do that?
tiny little bit? Just give it a little bit of... Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Let's get that bit. There you go. We've got it all in there. Oh, it's not worth cleaning. Mustn't be like that. So there you go. Look at that head. That is a decent head, isn't it?
Now, what I am going to suggest you, Paul, before you go any further, is to make sure you've got the bottom of the can out.
Yeah.
With certain styles of beer, it's not going to matter, but I do feel with this style of beer, you could have a little bit.
There is a tiny little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, whatever the boss says. Oh no, I'm the boss, but
There we go, and there was a bit of sediment in the bottom of there because I can see it going down into the beer.
they're always right, these women.
You know I'm right.
It smells different.
Okay, so appearance-wise, yeah, that's looking okay. It looks a little bit thin, but you can see there's a bit of sediment in there. The head's come up nice, but it should do coming through that.
I'm at 5.3. You do not expect this to be thin. Let's be honest here. 5.3. You want it delivering, don't you? That's, you know, come on.
I'm picking up a little bit of orangey citrus.
But it does seem, I'm not being funny, but it does seem kind of faint, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not picking up a lot of banana.
No, I didn't think that. But there is when you ponder it, there is an odour there. But to me,
do you want me to go first?
Yeah, to me, I'm trying not to be negative, but I find it hard when I find there's not a lot going on there. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell pungent like a Hackashaw. Like the first glass, we have got an Erdinger glass somewhere, but the first glass I picked out for that was Hackashaw, and I said, nah, I can't put that in a Hackashaw glass because that feels criminal. So I gave it the multi-use glass, which actually orders back a glass of that, although you can't tell. So I'll tell you what, that there, a little bit of lacing at the top straight away there, is meant to be the sign of good beer. I'm not looking at Michelle there, and I'm not even looking at the front there. I mean, it's kind of limey, it's kind of different. Is there citrus, is there orange peel, you know? A lot of it's in your head, I think we all know that. I'll let you speak first.
Okay, so it's got a light carbonation, not overly smooth on the tongue as some of them are. It does feel a little bit light-bodied, and I'm just not getting away from that. For a Vise beer, this just feels a little bit light in the body for me. There's a hint of banana there. There's a hint of citrus there. A little bit of that wheaty kind of taste that you get from a Vise beer. All in all, it is just that little bit subdued.
Yeah.
I find with a good wheat beer, they've got a good amount of body. They're quite predominant in the banana taste. They've got a clovey taste, and sometimes a little bit of coriander. You normally get quite a mouthfeel of flavours and body to the beer, which this one just feels. It's a little bit diluted. It feels, that's how it feels.
Right, okay. Well, I've let her have a say, which I find difficult sometimes, as you know, because I've butt in a lot, but being a connoisseur. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in again, because I've got a totally different thing, but I might, first sip of beer in I don't know how many days, so I'm going to have to go in again here, because I don't want to say anything I might later regret, and people snipping bits out of me saying, I like the bitterness on the end.
Yeah.
For a start, that's somewhat could be leading you along a false security here, but the banana's very light. It is very zesty.
Yeah.
And it starts somewhat to go along more the lines of a Belgian beer or a French beer. If you're comparing it to your Hackashaw, your Franz kind of, as I've always done before. You're not. It's not at the races. It's not. It's not on the same page, is it? But, and I've never thought I'd say this. I've still got the glass somewhere as well. Maybe I'll dig it back out. No. But
I think we acquired that from an establishment.
Yeah. But, and I say but. As regards a wheat beer, if I wasn't viewing this as I'm trying to put it up with the Franz Kinders, and and so on and so forth, right? If I was putting it at Bud Light, it'd be right in there. No, seriously. But if I was viewing this with like a Belgian beer or a French beer, do you know, like it's like there's hints of Blanc even in it, but not as much.
Quite citrusy
going on. It's a shame SJ's not here because
I'm going more along the lines of sort of orange mandarin kind of zestiness rather than the lemon lime that you get.
Yeah. As I say, I haven't got my phone. I don't know where I've got my phone unless it's behind him. Oh God, I'm not touching him. It's not my taste, maybe because this beer's never changed. It's a God knows how many years recipe. But I've got to say, I'm quite enjoying that for what it is. For £1.89.
You can tell he's been off the beer for
a 500ml pint. I know. That's why I'm saying I wanted to go in again. I'm going to try again. I think it's serving its purpose. It's come out from the fridge. Now, normally, we would let it warm up. I wouldn't advise you let this warm up because that could have been our problem, our mistake before. All this, you've got to have this wheat beer 5-6 degrees.
No.
That's total crap, right? It can work on some of the German ones, but this is not a normal German beer. This is not your average German beer because basically this is a load of crap compared to them. But people forget you get Hogarten in ice cold glasses. We used to buy Hogarten, it was served at 1 and 0 degree, you know? And this does have that. When I used to buy Blanc in the 90s, it was at 1-2 degrees. You never used to wait for your beer to get to 5-6 degrees. It's rubbish.
Yep, the aroma, the taste, they are subdued for me for this style of beer. I usually find
Frank's
Weiss
kind of
beer
royal. Is
more
what?
bold, more punchy aroma and taste. But as a bulk standard kind of Weiss beer, I find it drinkable. I've never had this kind of thing that Paul has. Oh no, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, no, but
When there's not a lot of options, and that is one of the options, I find it more than palatable. Yeah, I'll go with that, and I'll have a pint of it because it's drinkable. There's not anything I can say is really wrong with it, but I think it's when you start going into those comparisons with the more punchy, bolder flavours that you get in other Weiss beers or stronger bock beers, that kind of thing, then it is left wanting. So if you sort of just view it on its own, what it is, take it for face value.
It's merit, yeah.
It's not so bad.
Ever.
And like I
Try
said,
that, John.
I find it
Yeah,
drinkable.
I want John to have a try.
Where is it?
The exclusive Erdinger. You see what you thought?
Is that right?
I'll tell you what, you get hints of anything familiar in there. It's not along the same level,
Yeah,
but
faint, what it feels like maybe banana.
You're getting the faint banana taste.
yeah, no, I can get that plain banana. You're not getting a zestiness and it goes along the lines. Although, as I said already in this, it's not up
You're
to the level.
tasting any kind of citrus in there.
I'm getting a massive
Yeah,
citrus
yeah.
burst.
I get it on like the initial tongue here, when you're like swallowing.
I mean, for me, that doesn't go, as I say, along with your German beers.
But there's
That,
something much lighter on the aftertaste. I don't know if it's banana or something else.
yeah, well, you get a bitterness as well. But for £1.80, my point I was saying here, for £1.89 for 500ml in today's standards,
And this is something you could just buy in a store?
In the days,
B&M,
Yeah.
in the days where you
Like
walk
that.
into pubs and you don't always have a lot of choice,
and you pay £7 for a pint of rubbish.
I will pick
That's pretty
an
nice.
Erdinger over your Madries and the like.
By far. But I think the problem is with me, maybe I expected too much out of this. So I'm putting it against the Hacker Shores, the Frankie Raw. I mean, Frankie Raw is one where you talk about serving at higher temperature, you can benefit from the king. Yeah, against your Augustinas. Yeah.
There's
It's
so
not really
many
stacking up to
really,
those.
really good Weiss beers. So
Yeah, it's not the races in them, but when you put it more along the lines of your Belgian ones, it's not along the level of Hogarten, obviously, but it's not as far away as you might think. I would definitely go on this again. I haven't had a beer for 5 days, and she thinks I'm having
yeah, I think that's probably helping.
I find that quite pleasant. Has the physics helped? Quite possibly. You know, has the physics worked its magic? Because
Maybe.
I'm telling you, that is well drinkable.
Yeah.
I've drank wheat beer for 27 years, I think it is. I'm missing at the races here, aren't I? I drank wheat beer for 27 years, so I must have some idea. As I said, it's not up to the lines of your big players, not by a country mile. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to buy that again, and I never thought I'd say that.
I'm quite surprised to hear you say that.
I will.
Why for that?
I'll tell you what, if we can keep the St Clements as well, bang 2 through the physics, get the other physics going, I'll be interested. Is the physics delivered? It's delivered a decent head, as you can see. Is it magic, this beer? who knows?
If we're going to go and rate it on a score out of 10, I think it's drinkable. It gets a yes from me, and I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
I've got a really nice aftertaste there. I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah, I'd say for its price and its ease of availability, I'd give it a 7, maybe 7.5.
That is decent. I can't believe I'm even saying it. And we weren't even reviewing this today. This totally goes against the grain.
This wasn't what I was planning to review.
For some reason, I just looked at it and I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to do Erdinger. I don't know for whatever reason. I know that I'm not that bright. Maybe that's it. And I've almost put a 16-minute review out here, but we have gone into. Oh, he's like his mum, this one.
There's only a sip left.
There is only a sip left.
Get out of it. So the other pint is just chugged there. You've seen it on the screen.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Seriously, I'm mildly impressed. If I'd have thought about this now, I'd have had a hoe or a out with it.
Well, I don't mind a hoe.
Well, yeah, we all do know.
Each their own.
Oh yeah, you know, I was offering you one. Right. Anyway, it's a 7 from myself. I'll come back and do another one of these.
I do. I stand by my 6. I find it more than drinkable. It's just not up there with the big boys.
It's not goodbye. It's bonjour.